Hi everyone. As we've made a recent update to our subscription fee, I thought I would record a revised version of our subscriptions and no refunds policy video. This video will explain club policy when it comes to our subscription payment system and the reasons behind it, because I want students to understand how the system works and why it is the way it is. Firstly, let me explain the system. We are a small and emerging club, and we run 1.5 hour lessons. So we have costed the payments at a fair rate to cover tuition, gradings, including books and belts, insurance and all associated administration work that goes on behind the scenes. When you pay your subscription fee, you're paying to reserve your place in that class, but also lessons are prepared specifically for you and are planned in advance of lessons whether you attend or not. And if you don't attend, even more admin work is required to prepare and plan the lesson for your training partner. Because there are a different number of weeks in each month, the only fair way to work out an average cost has been to price the tuition over the course of the year. We deduct 4 weeks of scheduled closures, 2 in the summer and 2 over the holiday season in winter. There's 52 weeks in a year. Take away those 4 weeks of scheduled closures and that leaves 48 weeks, and we spread the cost of those 48 weeks training over the course of 12 monthly payments. We recently put up our subscription fees to £55 a month for the bronze membership, as we had increased costs with the new premises and insurance, which have been split between the members, but that is still only £9.17 per hour. And I'll break that down for you now. To be perfectly accurate, we charge 9.166666667 per hour. Times that by 1.5 hours, and that's £13.75 per class for a 1.5 hour class. £13.75 times those 48 weeks of the year is £660 per year. We divide that £660 by 12 months and that leaves us with £55 a month. So you're paying £9.16 per hour, £9.17 per hour for all the services we provide. One of the reasons I'm making this video is to make sure that students understand that your subscription only pays for 48 weeks of training of the year. That's split over 12 monthly payments. The other 4 weeks are scheduled closures that you do not pay for, despite your subscription continuing. It's impossible to work out how often a student will progress because this is affected by many things. Missed lessons due to illness, injury or holidays and their own rate of learning, but we have estimated the cost of gradings including books and belts, insurance and other services with BMABA and the associated behind the scenes administration work per student to come to a cost of about £160 per year at a minimum. The actual cost of this goes up when students don't progress at the standard rate, training once per week and grading as expected, but we've decided to use that as a base figure to represent the average cost, and we've included all of this in your membership package at no extra cost. Many students also use club equipment which has to be cleaned, maintained and replaced when broken, all of which we do not include any extra fees in our membership. Higher grade students also have access to additional free training to progress quicker under certain circumstances. Some can help lower grade students through our mentoring program, and some students can gain qualifications to become assistant instructors, all of which we do not charge any extra for. So we believe the £55 a month for the bronze level subscription is a fair price to pay for the services provided. We looked at how other clubs and gyms function financially, and most gyms, where you merely pay for the use of the equipment and training alone, with no behind the scenes administration work and progression tracking, they charge a higher monthly fee than we do, and they have a 1 or 2 year contract. Most martial arts clubs charge more per hour than we do and have less overheads, as they rent halls for a lot less money and don't provide the home space environment that we do, with personalised trays and glove pegs dedicated to personal students' use and mats down permanently. We also have our own bags up all the time so students can come in and hit the bag. I should also add in here that we're a non-profit company. headed towards becoming a community interest company and an official community amateur sports club, which means all the club's assets will be locked and secured for the benefit of our community. All our additional funds are saved and used for the benefit of the community as a whole. As a CIC, we may be able to gain funding through the National Lottery and other sources, which will then enable us to provide more services in the future. At Close Combat Martial Arts, we have a no refunds policy. We ask that students understand that the amount of work that goes into keeping the club up and running, and to consider that the fees you pay on a monthly basis are kept affordable to allow as many people to train as possible. We're a club and you're paying us a monthly subscription to pay for your membership of that club and the use of the premises and all the equipment that we provide. We also provide grade tracking, personal one-to-one assistance with drills. I come over and deal with everybody personally, which you won't get in many other martial arts clubs. If you go to a group club, you'll end up training with your partner, the instructor will shout out drills to everybody and you'll get very little one-to-one support. Whereas I will go around the room, demonstrate drills one-to-one, make corrections. It's a lot of work, and we include all of that in a very low monthly fee for what you get. So the monthly fee is non-refundable, which is clearly stated on our website product descriptions for all the reasons I've said above, as it guarantees your place in the club for your lessons that you train in, and those provided funds cover the cost for far more than your tuition fee. If, however, the club closes outside of the scheduled closures for whatever reason, staff illness for example, which is rare and realistically only happens a couple of times a year, we will offer a refund to affected students. But many students choose to refuse the refund to support the club, as it is a club membership and we all collectively want to see the club grow and thrive. I hope this video has provided a clear explanation of our subscription fees, why we charge what we do, and why we have no refunds policy. I hope that everyone can see the reasons behind why these policies are in place and why we don't refund if a student can't attend. Thanks for watching the video, and I will see you all in class.